welcome Simona. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
You know, Simona, I feel like I followed your career more than I followed many other careers for a couple reasons. First of all, I can relate to your game. I can relate to your style, and I love watching you play.
First of all, I'm very honored that you said that my game is related a little bit.
How did you start playing tennis?
I started tennis because of my brother, first of all. He was playing tennis in Constanza with my cousins. And sometimes I went to pick him up with my parents, and suddenly I just took a racket and I just entered the court. So it was kind of first love. At 16, I won 16 and something. I won the French Open and I became #1 in the world in juniors. And I have decided that I have to move on to go a little bit higher at the next level, because I didn't want to play juniors anymore. And to do that, I had to move to Bucharest from Constanza because I had more opportunities here. In 2008, I had the first problems at my back, low back. Then I did a surgery, and then in 2013, I had another big struggle with the back.
You touched upon your back surgery. Obviously, that was your reduction of your breasts.
Yeah.
And you know, I think after that, you just felt more free and you felt lighter.
About the surgery, I want to say that I didn't talk for about 7 or 8 years. I was too shy to talk about it, and I wanted to keep it personal. It was something huge personal, so I wanted to keep it for me. But now I have 1-2 years then that I like to share, because it helped me a lot. And yeah, definitely I encourage all the girls that have this problem, because for me it was a problem for tennis. Actually, I did it. The back was struggling at that point. So without that operation, I couldn't have been in the top of tennis. That's for sure.
Before you won your 2 Grand Slam titles, you lost 3 finals in Grand Slam.
I have some, let's say, tough memories, but also they helped me to win the 2 titles that I have now. The only one was a depressive one in 2017, and I still have nightmares about that match. But I have learned that if you don't give up, you can become stronger. And I had a feeling that my chance is on clay, to be honest.
2016, you hired him, and you've been with him, for the exception maybe a few months here and there, but you've been with him ever since then. What has he meant to you?
Well, he means a lot as a person first, because he's very kind, and he knew how to get me as personality, because I am very sensitive in some moments. He knew how to accept myself, that sometimes I can make terrible match because of the emotions, not the game. Because it didn't happen that I give up because I don't have the mood to play tennis. No, never in my life. But because of the emotions, I could give up the match and I could not fight anymore. He convinced me that I need the help with the psychologist. Once I accepted that, it was much easier for him also to work with me. Not very much easier, because we had 2 moments that meant a lot, also in 2017 in Miami when he just left. And at that point, yeah, he just left. And that point was very important to understand that if I want to become like a top player, #1, #2, I have to stop struggling with the emotions and also with the attitude on court.
French Open 2018, your first Grand Slam title. In the finals, you got to talk about that match with Sloane.
Yeah. The final, I said that set and 2-0, that not again, please. I went, if I remember very well, in the 3rd game of the 2nd set, I went 3 times at the net, which I didn't do the whole match. And then I just relaxed myself. And I said, okay, now I have nothing to lose. Everything is gone. Just be aggressive and fight for every ball, which I did. And then she got a little bit tired, I have to admit.
Can you express what it felt like standing on top of the podium with that trophy finally?
Well, yeah, it was amazing that also the national song was singing by all the people from there. And to have that trophy in my hands was everything I was dreamed for. I didn't feel any pressure anymore after the French Open, you know, and I was like in the sky all the time. And when I arrived to French Open, I felt again that I'm back on track and I have to defend the title. So the pressure came back. And losing that quarterfinal match was really tough for me. I was very upset on myself because I played wrong. She played very well, but I played wrong tactics. And I said, okay, this doesn't have to happen again. In the past, I didn't feel grass that much. I felt insecure on the legs. I felt like if you don't have power, you don't have chance to win. So now I changed a little bit. When I beat actually Azarenka, helped me a lot, gave me a lot of confidence that if I beat her here, means that I'm ready. And the final, I have to admit that I didn't think much against who I play. Because if I would have thought about it, maybe I would have been a little bit dominated. I knew that the first games are very important with Serena. Yeah. And also the second important moment is when she starts to motivate herself and starts to scream a little bit and to say, come on, I have to be strong there. So I was fighting a little bit with these thoughts. And after I passed them, I said, now I'm safe, I can play.
And after that, I remember interviewing you in the press conference and I asked you, Simona, was that the best match you ever played? And do you remember what you said to me?
I think I said yes, and I don't believe I will touch it again.
You said not only that, Chrissy, but it's the best match I'll ever play. Which, you know, it will be. I mean, I don't know how you could top that. What are your future goals for tennis? Do you have any one goal or two goals left?
My goal is to play another 3-4 years. Before the pandemic, I said 1 more year, but now I extended my career because I stayed too much home and I could feel how the normal life is. So it's pretty boring. So I have a little bit more adrenaline. I need a little bit more adrenaline. So I'm gonna play a few more years, and the goal is just to touch the best of myself, best version of myself.
Qu'elle est souriante, Simona Halep. Quel plaisir de l'entendre en longueur sur tout son palmarès, toutes les performances qu'elle a réalisées sur ces dernières années. Non, ça vous a beaucoup plu?
Ouais, non, c'est chouette. J'ai bien aimé aussi quand elle a parlé de la relation avec son coach. Je trouve que c'est important.